I think it's no secret that BRAINROT has become very popular on Roblox, and I'm not talking about a specific game like Steal a BRAINROT, but the BRAINROT characters in general. Now, if we were to take Steal a BRAINROT as an example, the game is currently a record holder for the highest concurrent player count on the platform, with over 25 million players at once. And since the game uses BRAINROTs as the main way to advertise itself, it was only a matter of time till we would see more BRAINROT games come out and get thousands of players. And yes, all of these BRAINROT games wouldn't exist if not for Steal a BRAINROT. When anything becomes so popular, others will try to get some fame out of it too. And I think it's obvious that Steal a BRAINROT is so popular because it just works well for kids, which make a good chunk of all Roblox players. Steal a BRAINROT is a very simple game, with the game loop being that you buy or steal BRAINROTs to earn more cash, all while defending your own BRAINROTs by walking on a button. BRAINROTs can also get different mutations and stuff, but the key reason why this game managed to get such an insane record is because of admin abuses, where developers give free things and generate events for players. And seeing that there are many videos being made that get millions of views, as well as many TikToks which get many thousands of likes, it just shows how popular the game is. Kids like BRAINROT since they might look or sound funny to them, and developers will use that just like any other trend. And you probably noticed how I've been using Plants vs. BRAINROTs a few times already. This is the most popular game with BRAINROTs in it that isn't Steal a BRAINROT, and it's actually on track to going above 10 million players and being the 4th game ever to do so. During the admin abuse that happened while making this video, it reached almost 8 million players. That is compared to 3.2 million players a week ago, and just 480,000 2 weeks ago. Basically, the game is skyrocketing in popularity, and it does use BRAINROTs to advertise itself, very often showing the ones people know the most obviously. And as you understand from the name, it's a game based off of a legendary game Plants vs. Zombies. But in this case, you got BRAINROTs attacking you, and there is no skill required to play too. BRAINROTs do not eat your plants, and they just disappear if they get to the end. And obviously, it got mutations for both plants and BRAINROTs, as well as weight, which can make plants and BRAINROTs pretty big like this. Even though it removes the skill part compared to original, the game being simple and not requiring any thinking is why it's so popular. And also you get BRAINROTs you defeated to generate you money. Reminds of a different popular game, right? And when I named this video something along the lines of BRAINROT taking over Roblox, I do mean it since those are just 2 games I showed. There are many other ones that have gotten popular too, and use BRAINROT as the main thing to advertise their game mostly to kids. BRAINROT Evolution is another example. While not being as popular, it does reach many hundreds of thousands of players on admin abuses. Continuing with the list for most popular games on Roblox, we got Don't Wake the BRAINROTs. There are many Don't Wake games, but specifically the one using BRAINROTs has the most players of them all. I think it just shows that BRAINROT is sort of the current meta when it comes to making simple games like this, since they have gotten pretty recognizable to kids who seem to like them right now. But it is not only because of BRAINROTs that these games have become so popular, because while BRAINROTs help to advertise, the gameplay itself should be something for kids to enjoy. And let's start with the fact that all of these games are based on RNG. You get a random BRAINROT spawned, which has different rarity, mutations, and in plants, versus BRAINROT's case even weight. All of this makes it much more random, and possibly even more exciting since you, as the player, know that at any point you could get something really cool and rare. And RNG has been a big part of Roblox for many years, actually. A lot of popular games on the platform has any form of RNG, where player could get very lucky. We even had a whole trend with games based on the RNG part not too long ago, and Soul's RNG, for example, still gets a good amount of players. But the RNG there and RNG in the BRAINROT games is different sort of, since you get rewarded differently. Pet Simulator also was a trend before, and it's also based on RNG, but in that case you had to grind for currency before getting to the RNG part of the game. What I'm saying is that the way games use RNG have changed, and this applies to BRAINROT games as well. So there is a game called Fish, which recently been getting more players again, but the part we're interested in is the RNG in the game. When you catch fish, it's not something specific, but instead it's a fish that can have any weight and any mutation, which changes its look. And this is the game that popularized the mutations and weight thing that some games use now. After Fish came Grow a Garden, which made this an even more popular thing. Here you could get different-sized plants which grow different-sized fruits, and fruits can obtain mutations. And now the BRAINROT games use the same mechanic because it just works really well. Players like this kind of RNG, since as I said earlier, it can make things more exciting because you just never know what will appear next. And as I shortly mentioned earlier in the video, admin abuses have been playing a big role lately. Grow a Garden has made admin abuses a very popular thing, and now many other games do them too. Like Steal a Fish, for example. It's a game based of Steal a BRAINROT, obviously, and it reaches pretty high numbers with admin abuses. But overall, BRAINROT games is the new trend, a meta you could say for developers on Roblox. You can make a game, add BRAINROTs, and it would most likely do better, like this BRAINROT Egg Farm game. There is also this Steal a Drawn BRAINROT game, which manages to pull thousands of players. That's how crazy the BRAINROT trend is. And trends overall always existed, like the Pet Simulator trend. Back in the days, Pet Simulator X was one of the biggest games on Roblox, and it changed how simulator games with pets were made because everyone started to follow them. Recently, Creekcraft made this controversial tweet, which he got quite a bit negativity for. But the reason why obby games and tycoon games were so popular before is because they were trends of that time. Today, they aren't as popular because they are sort of outdated now, and players need new features. The same can be said about hatching for pet simulators like Bubblegum Simulator Infinity. The game won't get as many players again because it's the type of a game many have gotten tired of already. And BRAINROT is just the new trend, and if you think about it, Steal a BRAINROT is sort of like the old tycoon games, but with different features like stealing, which is why it works. Grow a Garden sort of was a trend too, and we've seen many games repeat the growing feature or just using plants like the Garden Tower defense. BRAINROT is just another trend that will be hyped for some time and then eventually will begin to disappear when players who play BRAINROT games will feel tired of BRAINROTs. It has always been the same way. The only difference is obviously how fast that will happen. Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I would really appreciate that. You can watch one of these videos while waiting for a new one. They are good too. Join my Discord server. You can chat with me and other members. Link is in description, and I will see you soon.